most people are not truly living their lives. They are living their life through limiting beliefs, through limitations, and they never will be able to truly and fully taste this life. Please understand, you are not your body. Your body is yours. Yes, you get to have this beautiful body, but the body is not you. The same applies to the mind. This is just nonsense that you are hearing all of the thoughts popping up, doing this, doing that, doing whatever. This is not you. This is just your mind. Emotion is not who you are. What emotions are is energy in motion. It's just energy, a vibration moving through your body. You are consciousness. What a blessing to be alive. What a blessing to be here. Hello, my dear, and welcome to another episode of Aligned and Peaceful. I am so excited about today's topic. It actually came to me as a question just over the weekend, and then I started, of course, out of my curiosity, I started to dive deeper into it, and I was so hungry for the answers and so curious about finding out more about myself, about how we really work and what is truly happening in this magical system, human being. What we are going to talk about today is, are you actually alive? We are going to talk about consciousness, sleep, and what it means to truly experience life. You know, at some point, all of us will be gone here. And we have two options. Either we just live the life, we never question it, but then maybe when it will be time to go, all the question will still arise, or during the journey itself. What was this all about? Who am I? Did I actually live? Or we dare to ask the questions while we are still alive, while we still have the opportunity to live the life, to experience it. So we can design in a way that one day when it's time to go, we will be like, wow, that was great. That was fantastic. I lived. And I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity and the chance to be alive. And in order to have such an experience of life, that there will be nothing to regret. There will be nothing you would have done different. What does it take to create such a life that you reach a state where you say, it was blissful, it was joyful, I was truly alive, I tasted this life, I was alive, and it was fantastic. It was exactly the way I wanted it to be. And here it comes, exactly the way you wanted it to be. You lived your life exactly the way you wanted to spend your time here. It was your life and you lived it, no one else. And this is when we experience life in a way that there is nothing to regret. There is nothing we would have done differently because we always lived the life the way we wanted to live it. So what does it take? We will explore in today's episode where actually are you living your life and when something else is living. And we will go even further and we will ask the question, who is living when you are sleeping? And we will ask even deeper, is it possible to also get conscious in sleep? And who is living when you are daydreaming? What is happening there? And then I'm going to share with you some tips and actually share with you exactly tasks and steps that you can follow in order to go into a place where you will start living your life consciously. So let's start. I'm really excited about this episode. I think most people, they are probably not even asking themselves who they are, what they are. What is this? They just actually get trapped in identifying themselves with something that they are not. But because they start to identify themselves with something that they are not, by default, they are not living the life. The life is just being lived through that identification that they are not. They never get to taste life. They never get to live. Their physical body is living. The mind is living. It seems like they are alive, but most people are not alive. Most people are not truly living their lives. They are living their life through limiting beliefs, through limitations, and they never will be able to truly and fully taste this life. And then one day they will be gone by never really tasting this magical and most amazing and awesome thing that we have received, which is life. So here are some misconceptions, what people identify themselves with, but what we are not. Let's start with the body. Most people think this is me. The head, those two hands, legs, stomach, this is me. Is this you? If I now cut your hands, so now you are not you anymore, and I cut your legs on top of that, you are not you anymore? You still are. So by that, please understand, you are not your body. Your body is yours. Yes, this is yours. You get to have this beautiful body, but the body is not you. Please understand the difference. Let's go to another confusion about who are you. Let's talk about the mind. Ooh, now most people go and they identify with their thoughts. There is no difference between all of this nonsense that is going inside of here, all of the beliefs, all of the thoughts, whatever the mind is doing, and them. The same way we are not our body, the same applies to the mind. This is just nonsense that you are hearing all of the thoughts popping up, doing this, doing that, doing whatever. This is not you. This is just your mind. The same way you have received this beautiful body, you have received your mind. The body and the mind are just tools, but this is not you. When you go into meditation and you spend some time with sitting with all of this, after some time you will receive the gift that there will be a distance. You will see it, you will taste it, you will feel it. The distance between you and your body, the distance between you and your mind. And this is beautiful. You will start to notice that you are neither the body nor the mind. And once you do that, liberation is coming with it. And also you will understand that you have just received the body and the mind as tools. And then once you enter that state of awareness, you understand that now you come more and more into your freedom, and you will understand you can use your body with all of the senses that it has, all of the features, and this is just an incredible machine. And your mind, in order to express yourself in the way that you want it to be, in the way that you want it to function. But for now, what is happening for most of the people, the mind is dictating, the body is dictating how you live, what is going on, and they are keeping you so busy with all of the nonsense that you, the consciousness that you truly are, is not getting the chance to be alive. It's like a trap, so you are not truly living your life. So another trap and another identification that people are confusing with being exactly that are the emotions. So emotions is not you. Emotion is not who you are. What emotions are is energy in motion. It's just energy, a vibration moving through your body, an experience you get to experience. But it's not you. You are not it. The same way you are not your body, the same way you are not your mind and all of the thoughts that are happening in your head, the same way you are not your emotions. It is just an experience that you get to witness. So who are you? Who is this human being? Most people, they also think, I am Alexandra. I am 21 years old, 30, 40 years old. I am a artist, and that people think that this is who they are, but it's also not. These are just roles you're playing. You're playing the role of a mother, you're playing the role of a friend, you're playing the role of an employee, or you're playing the role of a coach. But this is not who you, the essence of you. This is not it. It's still not it. So when you truly want to taste it, who you truly are, and start to live the life as you, as that what you truly are, the essence of who you truly are, you can really taste it. It is possible for every human being. So if you are not your emotions, you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are not your mind, who are you? Because that, the essence of who you are, only if that is truly living, then you are alive. Because you are that. Otherwise, it's not you living your life. Please understand. This is why it is so important. So you can make yourself on your own journey to find out, to really taste it, to really taste you. What you will find is that you are consciousness. When you start to build the distance between you and your emotions, you and your body, you and your mind, and you will start to identify with it, you will taste more and more of your pure essence, which is the consciousness, the essence that is living within you, that is able to experience it all, to observe it all, and just to have this experience of observing all of this, what is happening. You become the observer, you become the one that gets to observe it all, taste it all. Taste life, taste all of the experiences. And then you are so present. This is the highest presence that you can reach. And then in those moments, you truly get to experience life. So this is why it is so important to raise our consciousness, to start to be consciously aware what is happening. Because otherwise you are trapped in some emotions, some thoughts. Then you catch yourself, oh, now I'm back. And then you go back. So we try to increase the time of the consciousness where you are aware, because this is where you truly get to live your life. Out of that point, you should lead your body the way you want it, your thoughts the way you want it, your actions. You should use your body consciously with whatever you want to create with this body. Like, let's say now I am sitting here. Only because I have this physical body, I can share with you now the message. I'm consciously doing that. This is what I really decide consciously to do. But in order to do so, I am now using the body as the tool, my voice, my hands, to do that. My thoughts, to share that with you. I'm doing that consciously. I am really alive. It's me being alive. I am not caught in some limitations. When we are conscious, this is the point where we can become limitless. Because the consciousness does not have any beginning and any end. When we leave this body, the body has a limit. At some point we will leave it. But the consciousness does not. It doesn't start and it doesn't end. It's limitless. So when you truly want to taste the fullness of life and the limitless life, you got to go into consciousness, into who you truly are, the essence of you. And while thinking about all of this, I started to ask myself, okay, but what is happening when I am sleeping? Right? I got this question, where is my consciousness when I am sleeping? Because I am not aware. So because I want to increase the time that I am aware and that I am alive, I started to think about sleep on the weekend. And I started to ask myself, who is alive where I am sleeping? Where am I where my body is asleep? And I started to make some research, And what I found is just fascinating, and I wanted to share that ideas with you. So let's talk about what is happening during sleep. Sleep is not unconsciousness. I have made research, and this is coming from Sadhguru. He's saying it is a different level of awareness that you are not trained to perceive. The body and mind, they go into rest while sleeping. But life, the consciousness that we are, it doesn't switch off. The reason why we cannot experience it, why we are not aware, and why we are not able to truly taste it, is because our awareness is so tied up to mental activity. When our thoughts stop, we assume nothing is happening. Sadhguru is saying you are not unconscious in sleep. You are just not consciously aware. Because this is a different state of awareness where the body shuts down, the mind goes to rest. It's a very different state of awareness, and we are just not yet trained to truly be able to experience that kind of reality. And it fascinated me. It's just like, another experience of life that I haven't tasted yet. It's on a higher dimension, and a higher possibility of expanding myself, of expanding my ability to live, of expanding my ability to such an amount that I can be alive while sleeping. I mean, how incredible is that? What a kind of an experience is that you are alive while your body and your mind sleep. That's just, like, for me, it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. I want to taste it, right? So I went into how can I reach this? And there are ways of how we can do that. It requires training. Like it requires training just during normal days to not identify, to become more aware even while you are awake, while your body is awake, while your mind is awake, to get to consciousness, to get connected to who you truly are. It requires a lot of training, meditations, right? To be able to catch yourself, oh, more and more, this is just a thought, this is a pattern, this is a limitation, and come back to awareness, come back to consciousness, come back to you. But how to do it while sleeping, it's a completely next level, right? So they say that there are yogic practices like yoga nidra in order to reach conscious sleep. It's not lucid dreaming. It goes deeper than that. There is a possibility that you remain aware even when the body is asleep, and you experience a state without thoughts, but it's not blankness. I mean, I have never experienced that yet by myself. I just on the weekend started to ask myself the questions, how can I even more taste my life, right? How can I be more conscious? How can I get the most out of this limited amount of time that I am here? And obviously sleep is a long time out of my life, right? So what is happening there? I started to ask myself this. So I found it fascinating that, I mean, we as human beings, we have so much potential. This system that has been created, it's so fascinating when you really think about it. The complexity from which we are built, everything about it, it's just magical. It's pure magic. And all of us, we just have got this limited amount of time on this planet. And this is the only time we can explore it. Like, we can explore what's possible. We can get all of the experiences, right? And I'm so passionate about to experience it all, to see what is really possible here. Who am I? To which extent can I expand? Like, to really taste life, to really taste it, to see it, to live it. And this is where I came to this topic of sleeping. Because when I'm asleep now, I am not conscious. I am not really experiencing it. It's just, I'm gone. But the moment I found out it's actually possible to consciously be asleep, I'm like, oh my God. Then I get to live so much more, right? Because obviously I'm not sleeping my life away. I can do it consciously. So there are 3 different things that they talk about. First is lucid dreaming. This is when you know you are dreaming. Some people are able to do so, but it's still within the mental activity, right? And there is yoga nidra in a deeper sense, where your body is asleep, your awareness is still there, you are not dreaming, you are really resting, but consciously. Awesome, right? Second stage. And then third stage, full awareness and deep sleep. This is possible for a human being. Can you imagine this? I mean, how incredible is that? This is completely advanced, as you can imagine, but it's possible. So in this state, there are no thoughts, no dreams, but awareness. This is what many gurus point to, but this is very advanced, right? Like imagine your body is asleep, your mind is asleep, but you're still there. I mean, awesome, awesome. And the guru tends, it's saying that 2 and 3, yoga nidra and the full awareness and deep sleep, they are possible for a human being to really experience with discipline. So there is some simple guidance where the training can start. I mean, we all start with simple steps in our life. This is where we have to start it. So what we can do is be more alert and present while we fall asleep, and also during the day. So you first, during the day, you reduce the identification with thoughts and with your body. You train yourself. So you get to this distance during the day when your body and your mind is active. You practice the meditative process regularly, and then you go to sleep consciously. Like you're just not collapsing into it, but you consciously start to go to sleep. I started to do it from the weekend. The first days, it's just so like interesting to get this kind of experience. It's like something else. That I'm trying out something completely new. I have no idea where this will lead me to, but I am just so curious. My curiosity is leading me that I just want to taste it and experience it. So if you want to explore it practically, what you can do is then before sleep, you sit quietly for a few minutes, you keep your attention on your breath and your body sensations, and you try to remain aware as you fall asleep. And I have noticed already just a little bit that my body kind of started to rest, and I was still there, but just a little bit. And I am curious, how far can this go? Because they say it can go into deep sleep, right? So imagine you're in deep sleep and you're still aware, like how much more life you get. You can then direct your energy in a way like you have so much more time to be alive. It's like extra lifetime. That's just blowing my mind away. And yeah, and then this is just for me, this is so exciting. And then I asked not only about the sleeping during the night, but also then about day sleeping. Because sometimes we get lost into during the day, right? In some day, some thoughts or emotions, we get like lost. I made another episode about it, but in this one, I want to go even deeper into that. So what is really happening in those moments? He's saying, while we are daydreaming, your body is functioning, your mind is active, but you are not consciously present. So you have lost your awareness to the mind or to the emotion. So the mind is running its own movie and you identified with it. So instead of you being aware of your thoughts, you are inside of your thoughts. So they consumed you. Instead of you being able to see them and you truly as the consciousness being alive, it has consumed it. You identified so much with the thoughts that you became it and you no longer can see yourself. You are no longer really alive. So your attention gets absorbed into memory, imagination, or fantasy, and your sense of I, the consciousness that you truly are, shifts from awareness to mental content. So you temporarily forget your body, your surroundings, the present moment. You lose your life. Like you lose your life. And wherever your attention goes, that becomes your reality. So in your daydreaming, the imagined reality feels temporary real. Like for you, you are just lost in it. It feels real in that moment. The present moment, it fades away to the background, but you are not really there. So this comeback moment happens then. Like you suddenly realize, oh, I was lost in the thought, I am back. And this is where like you get a reset out from your awareness, like, oh, you are back. You were able to disidentify yourself from the thought stream, from this mental activity. And there is a small gap where you see, oh, this was just my mind. And this moment is very significant because it usually goes like this the whole life. The patterns repeats and repeats and repeats. And this is where we can get truly to be alive and taste life instead of being lost and not living. The time just passed by. So we are lost in our thought, or we are lost in our emotions. Then we become briefly aware, and then we are lost again. And the moments we become aware, we want to extend it because this is who we are. This is the life we are. This is when we as the consciousness that we really are alive. So we want to extend that. We want to be aware because we want to live the life. And we got only a limited amount of time to truly be able to live it, to experience the life through the body, through the mind, through the senses, through have this human experience. And in order to make the most out of it, we want to extend that time when we are conscious. So there is you, like the awareness, pure awareness that you are. There is the mind, thoughts, imaginations, memory, your body, and there is the identification. Like you get entangled with all of this, with the thoughts, with the emotions, with the mind. And the daydreaming is not a problem itself, but you don't know that while you are daydreaming, that you are daydreaming. So you are not alive. If you can observe yourself, consciously observe it, then you are alive. You are the observer. You get to taste how it is to daydream. But now you are so entangled with the daydreaming, with the thoughts, that you become the thoughts, and you are not able to truly experience the experience because you are just entangled in it. I hope that makes sense. So when you are present, you really exist consciously. That's why people are saying, be present, be present, be present, because then you get to taste your life. You get to taste it, this gift, this magic. And when we are lost in thoughts, your mind is running, but you are not there as the awareness that you are. It is not unconscious, but it is an absence of your conscious being. Like you are just not there. So here are the tips what you can do. You don't judge the daydream, but the moment you wake up and you see, oh, I was lost, you just see it. Oh, I was gone. Now I'm here. You are able to see it. And then you sharpen that recognition so you can increase the gap between being lost and aware. So you increase actually your time of being aware. And then at some point you will be able to be aware, be there, experience, even while having the thoughts, even experiencing the bodily sensations without identifying with them. So it takes a lot of practice, but what are we actually practicing is to be alive, to really be able to taste the life, every dimension of the life, every flavor of the life itself, every possibility of the life. Because yes, it is limited and we want to really taste it, because one day we will no longer be able to taste it. And that's all we are here for, to really taste and expand our consciousness become limitless and make all of the experience that we can make here. And it's just incredible when you think about it, that this human mechanism, what is it able to do, how far it can go, how much magic there is to explore. It's beautiful. So let's become curious. And I just read somewhere yesterday that people have lost the ability of truly understand what is possible and what it means to be a human. You know, we start to talk about the weather and some garbage and the neighbors and all of the nonsense, while this magic is available to us. We have forgotten our power. We have forgotten the magic that it's there. And this is just like, we have to wake up and we have to start truly live, because we are pure magic, and it's incredible that we get to be here, that we get to witness life, that we get to see, taste, hear, experience and observe all of the thoughts, everything. I mean, how awesome is that? So with that, I leave you, and may you have a great experience of the life. May you make the most out of it and to truly taste life. This I wish you. Have a beautiful day, and bye-bye. See you. What a blessing to be alive. What a blessing to be here.